Hello dreamers. So today I wanted to talk about a very special type of dream that a lot of people experience, but it's not quite talked about, and it's quite an understudied topic in the realms of dreaming, and it's the after death visitation dream. An after death visitation dream is a dream where a deceased person, friend or loved one, will come and visit you in the dream. And these dreams are usually quite special because they're ultra vivid. The emotional and emotive content in the dream is quite profound, and the energy in the dream is quite healing and very memorable. So often the person having the dream will wake up and feel very much like it was a very real experience. And often they'll feel a lot of comfort or perhaps love or healing energy upon awakening. But having said that, some people experience an after-death visitation dream where they're quite distraught. Either they can't reach their loved one, or there is some kind of stress or anxiety related to their loved one. Now it would appear that most after-death visitation dreams all hold a similar quality. Usually it's a very brief, very vivid dream. The interaction with the deceased loved one is quite positive. Usually the deceased loved one appears to be a more healthier or perhaps even younger version of themselves before they died. Usually there is a brief conversation. The conversation usually goes along the lines of, how are you? I'm very well now. I'm quite happy. Or the conversation could be that the deceased loved one is giving a message or saying, I'm always here with you, some sort of reassuring kind of message. The energy of the dream is often quite loving, quite peaceful. There's a sense of closure when the person wakes. And one other interesting thing to note with people who've had after-death visitation dreams is that there is a form of telepathy happening, that there's a sort of telepathic communication going on between them and the deceased loved one, and it's not so much that their mouths are opening and speaking. Now, whether you believe in an afterlife or not, these after-death visitation dreams can bring amazing amounts of healing, closure, and a lot of comfort during times of grief and bereavement when we've lost somebody. So they're amazing and quite healing dreams to have, especially through the bereavement process. But then again, sometimes these dreams pop up out of nowhere. So 20 years later, after losing someone, you might have a very vivid dream where they visit you and you're having a conversation. Again, you know, a really amazing time to heal and transcend from any loss or grief surrounding that death. And even 20 years later, it could happen and bring you a lot of comfort or peace. Sometimes the loved ones will visit when you're going through intense amounts of strain or stress, and then all of a sudden your granny is visiting in your dreams and giving you comfort or guidance. So they're really special dreams to have. And a lot of people don't talk about them because there's a lot of speculation as to whether there is life after death. But regardless of what you believe, I think that these dreams are still very valid, and they're very helpful ways in order to move through the grieving process and moving through bereavement, moving through loss, and they can bring a tremendous healing, and they're amazing ways of connecting to a deeper connection to ourselves and to the ones that we've loved. So regardless of what your belief system is, you could be an atheist and you absolutely think that there is no life after death and the consciousness does not carry on, or you could be a part of a religious tradition where you honor and you value your ancestors even beyond the grave. So it doesn't really matter where you stand with your beliefs on this. An after-death visitation dream can still help you considerably. It could bring you peace, transformation, comfort, and solace during times of grief, bereavement, and loss, and they're wonderful ways in which we can transcend that very difficult and very challenging time. So if you've experienced an after-death visitation dream, know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people who've had similar experiences. If you feel like sharing an experience that you've had, feel free to comment below. And if you like to carry on hearing more about dreams from my channel and how to develop your conscious dreaming practice, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can hear all the latest videos that I make. See you later.